Hey everyone! So today's video is going to be a life update. I have so many things that I want to chat to you guys about and fill you in on. I also got you to ask me some questions on my Instagram story, so I'm going to be answering them in this video. So yeah, it's just going to be very chatty. But I thought instead of me just like staring down the barrel of the lens and like answering your questions, I would do something while I chat to you guys. So I've decided that I'm going to do my makeup because I think it's been a really long time since I filmed myself doing my makeup on my YouTube channel, like properly doing my makeup, you know? Like if you guys are an OG subscriber and have been subscribed for a really long time, you probably remember that when I first started my YouTube channel, I did makeup tutorials and get ready with me's all the time. Let me know in the comments if you remember that, but I feel like my channel's really evolved over the years and changed, and I don't really do that much like makeup and beauty related content anymore. So we're throwing it back today and I'm gonna do my makeup. Again, this isn't a tutorial. I'll have all the products linked down below in case you guys are interested in checking it out, but I'm gonna be mainly focusing on chatting to you guys and updating you on some things. So yeah, I'm gonna get my products out and let's get started. I feel so funny choosing to get ready now. Like of all times I decide to do a makeup related video, it's when I have nowhere to go. Literally, I'm just gonna stay at home today, but you know, maybe I'll try and get some Instagram content. The first thing that I wanna talk to you guys about is my living situation. I had quite a few questions about, am I moving back home with my family? Obviously, I've told you guys a bit about my situation already. I've told you that my lease ends at the end of this month and that I was planning on moving, and I still am moving, but I'm not actually going to be moving into a new apartment anymore. So the big update is that I'm actually going to be moving back in with my family. And I did actually briefly talk about this on my Instagram story the other day, but I haven't talked about it on YouTube yet. The reason I came to this decision was basically for a few reasons. So the main reason is because of what's going on in the world at the moment. As you guys know, we should all be self-isolating and quarantining. And basically, I don't really want to be doing that on my own. As you guys know, I live on my own. Even though my boyfriend stays over a lot, I still am on my own majority of the time. And that's fine when I'm in my normal routine and seeing my friends and getting out and about. But since I can't get out and about and see my friends anymore, obviously my routine has changed and my lifestyle's changed. And I think the best thing for me would be to be with my family at this time. It also has kind of given me a bit of a wake-up call, I guess, and made me want to like appreciate what I have and be with my family. They're all at home at the moment, so I kind of want to make the most of like being with them at home as well, because like when is your family ever home all at the same time? Yeah, that's like one of the reasons that I've made that decision. Another reason is because I don't really want to sign another lease. I was having a look around, as you guys know, I documented it on my YouTube channel, and I just couldn't really find anything that I loved. Like I did find one apartment that I was obsessed with and I was pretty sold on it, but then it didn't work out because the landlord didn't want to give up his garage. So basically I would have had no car parking spot if I got that apartment, which is a really big deal. Like I need to actually have somewhere to park my car. So that was the reason that I didn't end up applying for that apartment. But then I just couldn't really see anything else that I liked, and there was nothing really in my budget. But now with everything going on in the world, I just don't feel like it's the right time to be going to apartment inspections and things as well. Like my priority is to stay safe and healthy, and I think if I can limit going to inspections, that would be best. So that's another reason why. And then the last reason why I'm moving back home is because I just want to save some money, if I'm totally honest. I've been living out of home for a year now, and it has been a big reality check of how much it costs to live out of home. But I want to move home to save some money because, as you guys know, my goal is to actually buy somewhere. I was really hoping that I would have all of my finances sorted by now and that I'd be able to look into buying, but it does take quite a long time. Like I need to do my tax return and I just need to get myself set up a bit better. And obviously with everything going on with coronavirus again, it's not really a good time to be looking for somewhere to buy. So I figured instead of me re-signing another lease for like 6 months to a year, I might as well move home, and then once it all settles down, then start looking for somewhere to buy if I can. Like if I can afford it. If I can't, then we'll reassess the situation then. Like maybe I'll move back out on my own again. So yeah, that's an update on that whole situation, and I can't believe that I'm actually doing this, because if you asked me a month ago if I was going to move back home with my family, I'd be like, hell no, like definitely not. Like it's been so good for me to live on my own, but I've just kind of changed my tune and circumstances have changed, and this is the best thing for me now. I'm not gonna lie though, I am a little bit nervous about moving back home because obviously I have got used to having like my own space and I've got into my own routine, and I think it's gonna be kind of hard like working around other people now. And even though I love my family to bits, we do butt heads, and I feel like that's like all families, but it was starting to affect my mental health a bit, and that's like one of the reasons that I moved out. That's like nothing personal towards my family or anything like that. Obviously I love them so much. It's just what it is. We all get to the point where we like need our own space and freedom. So I guess moving back home will be a bit of a test, and we'll see how we go with everything. But I do feel like I'm a lot closer with my family since I moved out of home, and I have like a lot more respect almost for my parents because I appreciate what they do more, and I think maybe they have more respect for me as well because they've seen what I can do and like how I can be an adult on my own. Actually, that brings me on to like the next thing I want to talk about. I had a few questions about like my siblings and if I get along with them, and one person actually said like, do you get along with your siblings, e.g. brothers? We never hear about them much. And honestly, I do get along really, really well with my siblings. We haven't always got along that well though, I must say. Like when we were younger, we definitely butt heads, but as we've got older, I feel like we've all got a lot closer. And to be honest, like I've been through so much with my siblings. We moved to Australia from England like when we were young. We have that in common and we've shared that experience. And we don't have any other family here. So I think as we've got older, we've kind of realized how important like our relationship is. So I have a few questions about how self-isolation is going and if it's affected my mental health and things like that. So to be honest, I've actually been okay so far, just because I've been making a really big effort to still go outside. Obviously don't do like the same things that I would usually do, but I've been going for runs every second day. I've been doing a 4K run with Brayden, which has been so good and honestly amazing for my mental health. So that's really good because then I get my vitamin D and fresh air in the morning. We're literally only out for like 20 minutes or something. But if I wasn't doing that, I think that I would be struggling a lot more than I have been. Something that I've been doing lately that's really helped is just fully planning out my night before. Like what I'll do is literally write down hour by hour what I'm gonna be doing. Like wake up at 5:45, FaceTime Jessie at 6, go for a run at 8, and like I'll map out my whole day and make a big to-do list as well. And that's been really good because then like I know exactly what I'm doing the next day. And I've even been scheduling in things like read for half an hour at 11:30 and things like that, and that's been really helping me. So if you guys are struggling at the moment with everything going on with isolation and not knowing what to do, I really recommend planning out what you're doing the night before. Like for example, my grandma lives on her own in England, and I was really worried about how she'd go with self-isolation because she's on her own and she's the most extroverted person you guys would know because you would have seen my video. And I know she's watching this, so hi Mingy. But I've literally been so proud of her and she's so inspiring to me because she's been planning out her night every single day the night before, and she's been sticking to it, and I feel like it's really helped her. And she'll write down things like FaceTime Ella, do saxophone practice and things like that. And she even does like Scrabble in the evenings on FaceTime with one of her friends. And I know for her that's helped her so much mentally, and for me, I'm the exact same. I know some people don't like to plan, but honestly, in these circumstances, give it a go because I feel like it will really help you. So I've seen quite a few questions from you guys about friendship. This seems to be something that you've been asking me a lot about lately, and you want to know about my friendships, what's gone on with certain friendships that I've had in the past. And honestly, I don't really want to talk too much about my personal friendships and my past friendships because I think it is just really personal, and it doesn't just involve me, it involves other people as well. But I think it would just be a bit immature of me and mean to bring up things that have happened and just explain the whole reason that I'm not friends with certain people anymore. So that's all I really want to say on that. I will say though that I have some amazing friends in my life at the moment, and I'm so happy that I've made a nice group of friends. And honestly, you have friends for a season, friends for a reason, and friends for life. I've had this happen quite a few times in the past. Like I've had friends and then they've been great for a season, I guess, but then like they change, I change, and sometimes you just grow apart and you realize, okay, we're not really meant to be friends. So yeah, I don't really want to dwell too much on the past and talk about friendships that I've had, because if I'm honest, it just makes me sad. Thinking about past friendships that I once had makes me upset, because it's like almost like a heartbreak, you know, like when you have to let go of certain friends, you do almost like grieve, almost like heartbreak in a way. I don't know, it's hard to explain. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about past friendships, because I know you guys have been asking a lot of questions about previous people that I've had in my life, but I don't really want to say anything else because I just don't think it's the right thing to do. So I'm going to continue focusing on my current friendships and making them flourish instead of, you know, thinking back to old ones. So I've seen a few of you guys asking questions about my goals for this year and what I'm currently working on. And I do actually have a few goals which I'm really excited about, and I haven't actually talked to you guys about them. So my first goal, and this is kind of an announcement at the same time, is that I want to finish writing my ebook. So you guys wouldn't know because I haven't shared it anywhere, but I've actually been working on an ebook, and honestly only within the last few weeks have I been taking it seriously, and I'm so excited about it. And I'm not going to tell you too much about it because I feel like I just want to get the foundation sorted myself, and then maybe I'll tell you more along the way. But I'm honestly so excited about it. Let me know if you have any guesses as to what the ebook could be about in the comments. I'd be really curious to know if you guys have an idea of what it could be about. But my second goal that I have for this year is to actually start a podcast. I really want to start a podcast. I feel like it's becoming such like a popular thing lately, and people are jumping on board with it. And I've been listening to podcasts for ages now, and you guys know that I love them. I talk about them all the time. But it's honestly only been within like the last month that I thought that maybe I could start my own. Pretty much I started thinking about it after I went on my friend Sophie's podcast. I loved it so much and had so much fun that I was like, you know what, this could be really fun to start my own. But right now I don't think it's exactly the right time for me to start one, but I definitely will within the next few months. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I would also love for you guys to maybe DM me on Instagram or leave me some comments saying like what you would like me to talk about on my podcast, because I'm in like two minds. Like I don't know if I want it to be kind of just me talking about things or if I want to be like interviewing people. I think I'll do both, but let me know what you prefer. Like if you prefer me to do like kind of like chats and things, or if you prefer me to interview people. I'd just be interested to kind of like gauge your thoughts on that. So Chloe asked, how does it feel now that your Disney work has finished? So I think that's a really interesting question, because obviously like my whole kind of work situation has changed since I'm no longer working for Disney. So I've actually been feeling good. Obviously I'm gonna miss working for Disney a lot, and I'm gonna miss seeing like the people that I worked with on a regular basis. So that's going to be really weird because I made such great friendships through Disney, but I can still see those people. It's not that big of a deal. I guess it's just given me more time to just do my own thing and focus on my own personal brand and my own projects, which has been really good. Money-wise though, obviously I was getting paid from Disney, so that was like another form of income that I had that was really good. So not having that income, I guess, has been a little bit different, but I did have some time to get used to it because we weren't really shooting a lot towards the end of last year anyway. So most of my income honestly comes from what I do already anyway, so it wasn't really that big of a loss. However, it has kind of encouraged me to work on other projects and find more ways of monetizing my channel and my whole business. So for me, I think the biggest change since like not having Disney is that like I'm gonna have to start finding other ways to make money. And as you guys know, I did a video about a month ago where I did another life update, and I was saying that I was gonna potentially look for a full-time job. And I was looking into that, and I was taking that quite seriously for a little bit. But as my mental health has improved and I've been feeling a lot better, I've realized that, to be honest, I want to keep doing what I'm doing now, and I love what I'm doing so much. But the reason that I wasn't almost like loving it as much was because I was struggling mentally. I feel like I'm gonna do a whole video at some point about like my mental health journey and story, because I think that would be really interesting. But I guess I just need to figure out like how I'm gonna do it and what I'm gonna talk about, because there's some things that I guess are a bit too personal. Let me know if that's something you guys would like to see, and if that would like be interesting to you, because I definitely have had a journey, and I would say that I've come out the other side now, and I'm feeling like the best I felt in ages. Like I can genuinely say I'm very happy at the moment, like genuinely happy in myself and with what I'm doing. And if I'm totally honest, in hindsight, I wasn't feeling truly happy for a little while. So I feel like it could be interesting to talk about in a video. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see that. So I think I'm gonna call that a look. This is my finished makeup look, very natural, but still kind of put together. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and you feel all updated on everything that's happening with my life. There's going to be so many moving vlogs and exciting things coming up, so I can't wait to share the next chapter with you guys. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!